Hi guys, I'm just at the services of the M4 on my way home from Bath. I've been on a course for a couple of days, and one of the things that the course really focused on was things that hold you back and what you have to do to change them in order to move forwards. So I've been challenged to do a video by my business mentor in order to help me move on from something. So I'll start at the beginning. I've been struggling with it for a really long time, and just when I think I've moved on and it's not affecting me anymore, it comes back and bites me in the arse. So after today, I've decided that this is the point that instead of it being a negative, it's going to be a positive, and I'm not going to let keeping it inside anymore inflict on my life. So in a video I previously did, I talked about my mental health and that I have bipolar, but what I didn't go as far as to say was what triggered it. And although it can be something you just have or genetic, it is flared up by something, and that something was, for me, something I didn't think was a problem initially. I thought I'd dealt with it, and that was when I was 15. I was raped, and I never told really anybody about it. I think I'd maybe told like a couple of people, but straight after the person I spoke to kind of brushed it away, and from that point on I thought that it was me, or I'd imagined it, or that maybe it wasn't rape, that it was my fault, and through my teens I really struggled. I saw several counsellors and was eventually told that there was nothing they could do with me, and that I would just have to live with it. I didn't sleep a lot. There was phases I'd be up all night. I have a memory of being up in the night cleaning, and my mum coming and telling me off for hoovering. I don't know if it's a fuzzy memory, but I think it was like gone midnight. It also affected me in that I never felt clean. I used to scrub myself with a nail brush, my entire body, because I felt dirty all the time. It gave me really bad OCD as ways of trying to control things, but I kind of had managed to push it to the back of my mind, like almost like I dealt with it and it wasn't an issue, when in actual fact it was almost like a self-protection thing. I actually went as far as making up stories about things that happened in the immediate events following it, as a self-protection. And so we're now 18 years down the line, and it's still an issue. After I had my son, I had really bad postnatal depression. It was a traumatic birth, and again that was a knock-on effect from being raped. It was only after I studied as a doula to try and help other mums go through the same thing that I realised, going through traumatic births, that I realised what the connection was, and from that point it kind of started to spiral out of control again with managing it, and all the time I thought I'd pushed the feelings down, they were actually there all the time, just manifesting themselves in really negative ways. And so fast forward on, even to the point of, like, every day I would speak to my parents. I felt like I was living a lie because I'd never told anybody, like I wasn't the real me, because I wasn't being honest about who I was and why I was the way I was. I was always labelled a difficult teenager or trouble and it was because all the time I was struggling to deal with it, and it wasn't my parents' fault, it wasn't my friends' fault, it was nobody's fault, it was just the way it was. And I remember crying on the way back from my hen do because I didn't want to go home, because I knew I had to face it. And there's been many holidays where I've been not wanting to come home because all the time I was away I didn't have to face it. Eventually in 2010 I had a total nervous breakdown, and I went into the Priory on daycare. I was there for 9 months and received some really amazing help, which finally made me realise that actually it was never my fault. I never led him on, I never did anything other than was just being a teenager and having fun with my friends. There was no reason for him to do what he did. He was probably just stupid, made a really bad mistake, but it was the one that has affected me for the last 18 years of my life, and the years that I'll never get back. I'll never get back that time that I had after my son was born. I'll never get back the years that I struggled fighting every day because I didn't want to live anymore. The self-doubt, the lack of confidence, the relationships, everything that has been a bad thing from that. However, today I learned that what is your biggest pain can be your most positive thing, and that I just need to get it out there and say I am who I am and why I am, and I've nothing to be ashamed of. I did nothing wrong, and hopefully from this point forwards keeping that inside isn't going to have a negative effect on me, and I can start living life without it being a cloud hanging over my head the whole time, and that I need to start being happy and living in the moment instead of hopping back to the past all the time and keeping things in, because it doesn't help. I want to be a good wife and a good mother. I want a successful business, and I want to help my clients reach their full potential, and hopefully by me putting this out there, that now I can release all that fear and built up negativity inside, and that it won't ever have to affect me ever again. Also that for anybody else that is watching this that has been through a similar thing, that you will get through it, and that although it may have caused you a lot of pain and trauma throughout your life, there's no reason for that to last forever. My only one regret is that I never did anything about it, and I hope that subsequently no one else was affected in the same way that I was. because I didn't do anything to report it. So I hope that perhaps that's now that's out there, is a weight lifted, and that anyone else is going through a similar thing, that you don't have to let it affect you. And tomorrow's a new day, and it's time to wake up and forget it and move on with all the positives that I have in my life. Speak to you soon. Thanks. Bye.